gonna go there. The young Philly situation, man.
Okay.
The young Philly situation.
How much do we each of us know about young?
I
Philly?
don't really know that much, so that's why I can't really. I haven't given my not that I haven't given my full opinion, but because I'm a fan of him in it. Like I like his Harry and Harry Pinero and them man there, and I just look at it from. It seems very erratic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like I'm not saying it couldn't happen.
Yeah.
When obviously I don't know the person, but you know when like you watch somebody and stuff, and yes, people can have the person like ways on camera and stuff, but I personally don't feel like he can do that. But I could be wrong.
Feel like he has that about him.
What you say?
Me personally. Not to speak too much of my own personal life, but there's experiences that I've gone through in my life where men have moved erratic, and also women have lied.
Yeah.
So
Facts.
I'm looking at it and going, and this is not. I'm a wealthy black guy. I've already done 4. Like from the knowledge that I have is he's already performed 4 shows in Australia at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've performed 4 shows. The knowledge that I have or what I have seen, it's just news that I'm picking up from preening into it because I'm a fan of Young Philly. That the girl was a stripper or an escort.
Okay.
That doesn't change anything. Doesn't make anything, whatever. But she's also obviously stayed in contact with her friends throughout the whole night.
Yeah.
This is the information I have, stayed in contact with her friends the whole night. And she had the opportunity to leave and actually asked to stay longer. Don't know if this is facts. It's allegedly.
Yeah.
It's allegedly. Now, I believe young black guy, money, in Australia, you're the anomaly. Like, we're gonna make an example out of you. Even if this isn't 100% facts.
Yeah.
Cancelled anyway, I think.
It's the news. We're gonna mudge your name anyway, so that anyone now coming across is gonna know, because Australia have also changed their laws, haven't they, about moving there?
Yeah.
So now you don't have to go there and do a farming job and whatever. You can actually just apply for a job and move there.
Oh, okay.
So let's say there's a lot of black guys that like white girls. That might be an example to say.
It's a very big
hear what you man. Before you reach here, mind yourself. One of you people's already come here, and move like that. It might not be.
Yeah.
But I just kind of think with the girls thing like that, like the reason why he's famous is because he did that story on Snapchat about walking into his yard.
Yeah, of course.
And seeing his girlfriend getting doggied by a next man.
It's wild.
I don't think you go from that to this. I don't know. Not 9 years later.
Yeah.
Maybe a year or 2 later out of aggression.
I don't know, man.
But 9 years.
I don't know, but like for me, like I think he's always had form for it. If you get what I'm saying.
Form.
Not for rape, but grape, but like
a kind of way.
Nah, it's just in his demeanor. Do you get what I'm saying? Like he's been doing it since Wall of Comedy. Like you just go up to gal and be like, "Oh, you look nice," and and grab up their neck and Don't get me wrong. Some of, like you can see that they are susceptible to it. So it's something that's in his nature. If the girl said no, 9 times out of 10, I would expect him to just go on about his business and get an next girl. Do you get what I'm saying? I wouldn't expect him to follow through with that. But I don't know him to have a big opinion on it. But I wouldn't be shocked if things come out about him. Because if it was Trunks now, I'd be like,
yeah, no way.
Ain't no way.
So it's like I hear your point as well. I want to hear your point.
Yeah.
So
that's my opinion. I don't know, but I'm not gonna say. Oh
I'm
not writing it off as it's bullshit. It's because he's black, blah 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 blah.
I'm not saying he's black.
No, not even that. I'm just saying in general. I'm just giving my approach to it. I'm saying, look, it looks like he can go down that route more so than other people, more than Harry, more than Trunks.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Okay. I don't know a lot about Philly. I got a lot of time for Philly because he looks like a genuine guy. He actually like he genuinely helps people.
Yeah.
But there's certain times he acts a bit erratic. You get what I'm saying? And I think he's one of them guys where he needs someone to just rein him in a little piece.
And this year is like that leads to my opinion on things, because if All right then. If that's us three now, us three like Harry, Chunks, and
This
Philly
is it,
now,
yeah.
yeah. And I know you're Philly now, yeah.
I'd be Philly.
I'm either making sure you got good people around you to be in them situations to be like, yo, like
But is
either
it,
just.
but is
I
it your
don't-
job as a big man to mind me?
Yeah, 100% blood.
It depends to
Your
an
brothers are
extent.
always a keeper, blood.
This is what I'm saying.
And I always say that, you
If
get
you're
me?
my dog, then I'm thinking, you know what, bro? Like,
But
I
even
know
still-
how you can get. I'm either gonna just stay with you, alright, then cool, and you know, that's just me as how I am.
I'm gonna say this: the reputation that Philly's got, yeah, he's a bit of a galley. Actually, you know what? What's your point before you go?
No, go on.
The
Continue.
reputation that Philly's got, yeah, he's a bit of a galley,
Yeah,
a bit of a
yeah,
womanizer. Clark's gal does his thing, yeah.
Yeah.
I would say I've also had that similar reputation.
Yeah.
Fact,
Minor.
had it stuck to my name.
Yeah.
Now, does that mean now that I am also capable of doing so? Because that's a reputation that'll be on me, road. In most gal would say, I'll just talk about poking a gal in her head with my toe.
The difference.
So does that mean
No,
I am
no,
now
no.
capable?
Nah.
Because
Nah.
not you man are saying that,
Yeah.
but that's what Road is looking at saying. He's going. People are looking at it going, yeah, man, he's a man who gets. He seems to be in the mix, moving a bit
All
wild.
right, look at this for example. Then look at how Harry Pinero was, and look at how he's probably changed now because he's a father and stuff. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
he was probably portrayed to be, you know, a galley star. You know, Harry Pinero sauce, chocolate. Now his persona seems to have changed, where he's more different, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? So like, go on.
He's 4 years older.
But it doesn't matter. We're still boys though. Like,
But it's we know that it's me and you won't act the same.
It's 100%.
60% of the time, me and you can function.
Yeah.
There'll be times when you look and even myself, like there'll be times when you look at me and go, tonight that's 90s vibe.
Yeah.
100, and that's a separation where you go, and I can also understand that as a guy. I'm the age between me and you. You're gonna go.
It's different.
Well, it's different. We go on holiday and go on holiday and go to do certain things. Even we're at the same position. We both got kids. We're both doing whatever. But one's happened for us. One's happened at like probably similar stages. Just now we're like at that point. But I'm
100%.
still like behind you in that area. I'm still a little bit less mature than you.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna be a little bit more like, oh, you know what? Like I'm out here.
I've
and
lived a little bit longer.
You've
so
lived
naturally-
longer, so you're
exactly.
naturally where you're gonna say, I've done that, or I don't need to do that, or I've seen the results of even doing that.
100%.
I'm not there,
Yeah.
so I'm more like to take a risk.
but still put yourself in limelight of a celebrity of his status.
I'd have probably been gone down a long time.
I don't think so, you know. No.
Personally, I conducted myself even more so because these are the situations that can happen. He could be so innocent, you get me, and something could have been like, oh, someone's like, oh, hi, and just how you said whatever.
Yeah.
Like I seen a video of the other side. I've only seen it recently. The Neymar situation, what happened with him. Look at that, bro. Do you know what I mean?
I don't
Like
even know about that.
Name thing.
What happened to him?
this had nearly happened before to him, and like I
Oh,
saw a
yes,
video
yes,
where
yes,
he's
yes,
like
yes,
he
yes,
lied
yes,
on the
yes,
bed,
yes.
and then she slapped him, and just I'm like,
Trying
huh?
to fight him, and
Yeah, I
he's
remember that.
obviously videoed it because he's knowing. But that's what I'm trying to say. Like because I said, because I move mad, technically in the public eye, which
Well,
is
let
Philly
me-
moves the
let-
maddest.
let me just clarify. You moving mad, blood. You don't move like Philly does, blood.
Yeah.
You move to gal. You get what I'm saying? There's a difference between moving to gal and choking gal in broad daylight in a certain way. I'll just say that in a certain way.
I would say I've talked to Gal in broad
No,
daylight.
I have as well, but you get there's context to it. You get what I'm saying? No, oh, fuck.
Yeah, that's talking.
No.
That's a broad daylight choke out. shit,
There's
Ross.
context to it. There's context to it.
Yeah,
You know, dance, eye to eye, blah 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 blah. You do your thing. You get what I'm saying? He's doing it to a random gal he's just met, and he's like, "Ooh, he's there touching her hair and da 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 da."
Yeah,
He's
very-
brazen like that.
He's very touchy.
He's very touchy feely, and he's just put his hands on gal like this immediately. I know.
Do you reckon that's because of the fame that he's got? That he's
No,
been
but I
able
think
to-
I think he's been like that, and fame has just made it a bit more
Fame's
like
enabled it.
I'm Philly, so I'm gonna. You know what I'm about. I'm going to do this. You know how I operate. It's like, okay, for example, you know, like if a girl calls you at 11 p.m.
I'm crying.
That's it.
I'm crying.
There's no discussion about it. Do you get what I'm saying? It's that unwritten rule. That's his unwritten rule for particular things that we would think like, I won't get away with that. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's him. I'm not saying that he does that, but that might be something that people would see. For all I know, he probably had an NDA and said, "Look, sign this, boom, and we'll get going." And she probably said no, and he's probably saying, "Well, you've signed the NDA now. We're already doing this. Well, go on." And she's got a bit funky. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I'm not in the room. I can't elaborate. There's so many variables you don't know. But end of the day, like I said, I'll be more surprised about Chunks being in this situation than I would Philly.
Yeah. But you see, and I take notice, and the reason why I'm saying that, I hear you, but not for me. Considering myself, like I said, like we put it in this, you would be Chunks in this scenario. You would be Harry Pinero, and I would be in this day that scenario. So I'm taking offense. Because I'm like, carry on talk.
Yeah, you can't do that though, can you? I think I'm gonna ask you a question, guys. Have you ever found out that one of your boys was doing a madness with his girl, and you would have never thought it was them?
Nah, I know what you're saying, but nah, like.
This is what I'm saying.
Okay, I know what you
You don't know, like, obviously this isn't someone.
My boy, but a man that I knew, who I didn't suspect.
This is what I'm saying.
Doing,
you can't really tell looking at somebody what they're like with their girl. You can't. If you like them, if you find them funny, if you're cool, you have absolutely no idea what they're like with their girl. Which is why I always err on the side of like, prove to me that it didn't happen rather than prove to me that it did happen. And I'll say with Harry, as a woman, seeing Philly's behavior, he just seems like the kind of guy that if he came up to me at a club, I'd be like, yo, that man is greasy, man. Like, yo, why is he so greasy? Why is he all on people? And I wouldn't be surprised if he got cussed out. I feel like he doesn't get cussed out because he's got money and because people know his face. But for me, it's a little man syndrome-y, like a little bit like wants to be heard, wants to be seen, feels like he has a little bit, he should be able to do it because of who he is in some ways. And I would say before, a few years ago, I found him an annoying character, but I still found him funny. And then I don't know if you guys heard about when he invited a college girl to his house.
Nah.
So like I would say about 2 years ago or something, this girl came out and she was on Snapchat and she was in his yard and she's like on social media in her like college ID, like she's like 17 years old, something like that. And it was afterwards she was like, yo, I was at Philly's house, da 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 da. And then for a while I didn't see Philly in the videos anymore. I didn't see him in the video, so I thought, ooh, they're probably trying to like clean up his.
That's why
his thing.
Him and Chunks had a madness.
This is what I'm saying. I feel like.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, I feel like.
It's only recently, like, obviously they spoke about it. They had a break. Now they're coming back to make more money. The Philly and Chunks show. Chunks
I think they just released some music as well, and then all of a sudden it was like the promo just stopped, and nobody saw Philly for a little while, and then he came back. So for me, it's not out of the scope of my imagination that he might do a little madness and think, well, last time this happened, nobody found out, and that girl has come back out now, and said like, I was the girl from college, and I was around him. I didn't talk about it because his management was like, if you talk about it, we're gonna make your life hell, sort of a thing. So I am more inclined to believe what has happened, and I also think because it's not a civil suit and because it's gone straight to like legal, there's enough evidence to make it a legal suit, which means
different type of threshold.
It's a different type. You have to have evidence in those cases that something untoward has happened. Now, I think that when it comes to sexual situations in general, you can never know how much consent is given and how much is not given. But if there are marks and there is a complaint, like, you're just erring on the side of caution to be like, well, this motherfucker's guilty until we can prove that he's not.
Well, hold on. So, just to ask you, have you never been left with marks with a guy that you was with?
I'm a dom, so no.
Okay. I didn't know.
I don't want to. I wouldn't allow it. Now, if she's a sex worker and there's a certain amount of like fantasy that she is fulfilling for somebody, I get it. But there is still a threshold in that. And if the police has been involved and he's been detained in Australia, I don't feel like that's going to happen off hearsay.
For a while now,
he can't come back. He can't come back till the
December,
end of the
innit?
year. Yeah, till the end
When
of the year.
I'm
28th.
sure I seen something new
28th
the
of
other day
December.
saying about it might
Yeah.
be 2 years or something now.
I think he got bail, and then
50
yeah,
bags.
yeah,
Paid
he
for
can't.
12,000 he paid for bail.
He can't come. He can't
But
come back
He has to go
until
into
after
prison every
December.
day. He has to go into the police station in Perth.
That's what I'm saying.
There you go.
Like, all you can do is speculate in it. But there's bare people that I thought were nice people, and I found out like when behind closed doors, these motherfuckers are a madness. And I think that fame and money limits the nose, and also you get so many. I have to say it, like, look at how many famous people you know that have done wild shit, because you get so many gal. Everybody says yes to you. It gets boring, and then you're like, okay, what can I do where I actually feel like a
I
thrill?
didn't even think about that, you know.
Like, what gives me a thrill now? Because everybody says yes to me all the time. What can I do to feel pushback, or like something is exciting or different?
But then for me, you see like that there, yeah. You see, because this happens to footballers as well. I think you see like that for me, like this is just me being me. I think then I'd number one want to surround myself with people that are not gonna make. Because okay, like yeah, you're probably gonna want to go out and stuff, but
Yeah, of course.
you know who you are respectfully. Do you know what I mean? So you gotta know what's gonna come your way. Do you know what I mean? What potentially can come your way, like females or drama or whatever. So
Yeah.
firstly, it's about who you are around. Then secondly, is how you conduct yourself. Now, yes, you can get any girl you want, but there also is girls that are gonna be them stereotypical looking for money man and rare.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? And then you're gonna
But
get.
Don't you think, yeah? You say this as a man who's gotten gal, dealt with gal,
Yeah,
and been privy to it.
yeah,
Now, if you're, I don't want to out Saka or say nothing.
yeah,
Saka's not a man who draws gal. I know that from school.
yeah,
Like, so I know men who have got into the limelight.
Yeah.
Like their life's trying to change a little bit. They got into the limelight. Now, if you're not comfortable around gal or even had that much contact with girls and maybe have one girl, how do you differentiate the difference between
Good girl and bad
this
girl.
good girl and this bad girl? Because I know I've had both approaching me
yeah.
and give me the same game.
I would say also you're not filtering in personality. You're the type of person that would be cautious.
Yeah,
Maybe
100%.
you're not the type of person
No,
who would be
yeah,
cautious.
I'm cautious. I just throw wind to caution at times.
Yeah, you'll be like, oh well, fuck. Like what's the worst that can happen?
Nah,
There's
this
a
is what
difference
I'm
between
saying,
you
innit?
who's
Yeah,
like
of
the
course.
worst that can happen at any
There
time,
you
and
go,
you
then.
like, what's the worst that can happen?
Yeah, it's true.
I'm
innit?
good, man.
I'm
I'm
really-
good.
Same scenario.
Because I've seen that happen.
Yeah.
I've seen these young Philly situations, you know, and it's like,
When it comes to girls,
and you
I'm a
probably
little
couldn't
bit
even
more,
done nothing. Yeah, man.
when it comes to girls, I'm a little bit more cautious. But other things,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, I
other
understand.
thing,
What's
yeah,
that?
of course.
Like if I don't die, then it was an experience, isn't it? Yeah.
You with me?
Yeah.
No, I hear that. I think the way I operate is I need to be sure the girl's calm with what I like to do.
how long
So
how
I
long does
never
it,
really get into a
how long
situation
does it
like that.
take you to find out a girl is calm?
I'm observant, so like
Yeah.
I pick up on vibes or whatever, on how we are, and if like, all right, I could be in a club here, and I can see a girl that, all right, looks nice, and it doesn't have to mean like, oh, I have to move to you. I'll go rather like, you know what, yeah, like we can have a little chitty chat, have a laugh and a joke. Right, you look good still, and keep it moving, and that's me, and I know I can be like that.
But you're trying to put now. But now we're trying to say you want to take it a step further, but you don't know if she's calm yet. You're attracted. You're interested. When do you know? When your mind you go, she's calm, you know.
You never
Because
know.
I know, but when does your mind go? Because like I've been in, I'd say like long relationships where I thought someone was calm
And they're not.
and they're not calm, but they could also thought that about me.
Yeah.
Do you get me? So when do you decide, yo, actually I'm calm to take this to the next?
Yeah, but you don't have. I think there's this
What's your
thing of like,
filter?
how much do you have to lose? How much do you have to lose? Because once you get to the point where you got money and you got status,
It's gotta be
you
longer.
think more about like,
Got to be
how much
longer.
I have to lose? Maybe I just need to date people who are in my tax bracket so that I don't have to worry about that shit. But then when you've got
Trying to be there still.
plenty women throwing their titties at you and they're just like, yo, just for a night with you, I would do anything. That shit, exactly. That shit depends on your personality, innit?
see,
Because that
I'm
shit
like
might
just-
make you crazy.
That's not for me.
You look at me for?
Don't tell me, yeah. Have you ever looked at a man from reassurance, yeah. And I'm listening to you. I'm listening to you like I don't even do. I'm literally went, yeah. I'm just not linked to you, man. You might left me out in Australia like that.
Bro,
Don't leave me out in Australia like that.
you called me chunks for a reason. You called me chunks for a reason.
Yo, was there? Trust me.
Yo, isolate that, nah, but like, yeah, it's one of them.
No,
man.
I'm good. I won't get caught sleeping.
Nah,
like
nah.
Not ever me.
Nah. That's mad. That's wild.
But what is that consensus then? What is the? How do we feel? Where do you actually feel if we was actually just put it out there? Like I know, let's say allegedly, either way it's gone on. Where do you feel? Do you believe it more?
I think because of my life experience, I'm a bit desensitized to all of this.
Yes, same.
This type of thing.
Because I'm laughing, but it's a serious conversation.
Yeah, no, it's a serious conversation, and like it's sad because there's always someone who gets hurt.
Yeah.
At the end of this, regardless, do you get what I'm saying? Whether it's Philly,
Either
whether it's the
someone's career's
woman,
over or
Life changing.
or
it-
she's got
regardless,
trauma.
this is always going to be life changing. So I always take it seriously, but at the same time, I'm like, both of them should never put themselves in that situation in the first place. I think this type of scenario is always avoidable on both parts.
Absolutely.
Unless there's an element of kidnapping involved in it.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
Girls,
I do.
women do actually have to be like when I hear some women talk and I think, rah, I don't walk out with that fear ever in my mind. Like stepping has to like even sometimes at night, some women can't just step.
Yeah,
You've got to be cautious.
100%.
But if you've got, if you've got to do something, let's say if you had to do something or you had to go somewhere, or even if there's something as small as your taxi stopped down that road and can't find you here, and between here and there, you book yourself in a situation. Me, I run out my yard, calm. If me and man get stuck into it, you have to do a lot.
I get
for that. But if you're a vulnerable girl, I think take away vulnerable. You're just a woman, and someone out there has bad intentions.
100%. I get that.
That situation's a little bit different. So I don't think that it's avoidable. I think you can kind of prevent.
No.
There's tactics to avoid scenarios.
I'm not
it's
saying
not avoidable completely.
Yeah. I'm not saying that all scenarios are avoidable. Yeah. I'm saying this particular scenario
cool.
is avoidable.
Fair.
This particular is I'm not saying all aspects of it is but like there's a point in time where she could have said, no, I'm not into this, I'm going to walk out and go. Do you get what I'm saying? And
he probably would have heard it.
If he's kidnapped her and said, nah, lock the door, it's a different kettle of fish, then calm. It's not on her.
The information I've heard is that she agreed to stay longer.
I don't know, but I don't know. I'm not going to go into hearsay.
That's why I'm on the case of. I know that his behaviour might have shown something else, but it's like by the time this has actually happened, she's been around his behaviour for a long time.
It doesn't make his behaviour acceptable though.
No,
that's
it's
one
not.
thing that we need to
but
understand.
that's when I say you said it's preventable.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. That's what
but I would say that like, okay, so you just explained that as a man, you don't have to worry about things when you leave the house, innit? You don't have to do that. Right. So you don't understand that as a woman in a space alone with a man, if they're pressuring you to stay and you feel that there is danger if you leave, you probably stay.
You're right.
That makes sense.
You probably stay.
All right.
I don't have experience in that.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
so just from a woman's
that makes sense. That makes sense.
From a woman's point of view, there has been times where I have even been intimate with people that I trust and I'm dealing with and I'm cool with, and they've gone too far one way, and I find it hard to say yo and really leave the situation because I'm like, this person's aggressive and they're stronger than me.
Okay, you know what?
So if I step out, how much worse is this going to be for me?
Yeah, you gotta realize drunk or drugs or whatever could be in that moment, and the man could be.
There's a lot to play into.
Yeah, and also as a man, because you're looking at it like, you might even think I'm not even a danger, so you're not even thinking this girl's scared right now. Yeah. You're just thinking like, this is where the cautiousness has to be.
I would actually love to. Would you actually like to know if you've ever made someone feel like that?
Yeah, I would.
I would, but I strongly believe. 100%, and I strongly believe. Yeah, I could be wrong, but I very strongly believe
making someone feel like that.
No. But what if you did by accident?
I probably have done, bro. Because like,
that's what I mean.
No,
I would like to know if I have. I don't feel like I have it in my character, but my self judgment might be wrong.
Like in your immature days, you might have.
Pushed too far.
Not pushed too far. Like I'll give you an example.
Actually.
I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. You just come out the shower with your things out. To you, it's nothing. You get me. But to her, that's very intimidating.
Yeah, because she's like, oh my god.
Why are you doing that for? Why you put me in a
What do you
situation?
want from me? You want something from me, innit?
Now you put him in a situation. What did you say?
That's because it swings, you know.
No, I'm joking. I don't know. Put it out there. I'm
Come on, whoosh, whoosh. Yeah, what was I saying about that?
Like, you know, have you ever done it yourself?
Yeah.
What, done that?
Have you ever done like the innocent, like, I'm just coming out.
Yeah, of course I have.
Showering this.
And I
I'm
carry on talking normal.
Yeah, I'm talking. I'm talking like I'm fully clothed. I'm talking like I'm fully
Of course
clothed.
you have. Bruv, I've been in my car.
How does that make me sound?
Like first date, it makes you like you're moving mad.
Yeah.
Like, first date, like I did it innocently. I just came from like a home move and that. You get me? Like honestly, bro. I did it innocently. I literally I was like, I need to change my trousers real quick because I had no time to go back home. So I changed my trousers in the car. Just boom, 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 done. Good to go. Like that might have been a bad situation for her, but I didn't. I
You know what? Yeah,
like that.
I hear it. You know, I hear it. Because sometimes that's a move. I seen it on How I Met Your Mother. You've seen it, the naked man. Where a man said that. So basically, he'll go on at 2 out of 3 dates. He believes if I get back to the girl's yard, he waits for her to ask to go to the toilet. Yeah. And when she comes back, he just lies there naked.
I remember that.
He said, and his theory was 2 out of 10 will go. And kind of give it a go. Yeah. And one's going to get mad and kick you out the yard. Yeah. And it sounded like good maths.
It's not such good maths now,
it's not good, but when you actually think of the actual thought behind it, you think...
It's wild. It's wild. And
this could even be trauma for someone.
It goes to the point. You get what I'm saying? It goes to the point. It's mad. I didn't even clock that, to be honest.
Yeah, I think for me, like, everyone's guilty until proven innocent because the damage is the damage done to the damage done to somebody who is a victim. If it's wrong, like if they get the wrong outcome and they say, oh, he's not guilty, the damage done to that victim is much worse than the damage done to him. If they're like, he's guilty and they give him £50,000 bail. Do you know what I mean? He has to pay 50 grand and he has to stay in Australia. Cool. But if he has done something to her and then it's like, oh, not guilty, she has to live with that forever and live with everyone not believing her and bare people sending her mad hate. Yeah, forever. And that's even happening now.
More so like her own self. What? Yeah, you know what I mean. Like
imagine trying to get into another
situation.
Even if it is her livelihood, like let's say she is a sex worker, you think she can go back to work now? If she's been through that, she's not going back to work now. Do you know what I mean? So
my livelihood's done. Either way,
that's what I'm saying. He's still gonna. You know how it works with celebrities, man. He's gonna go do his thing. He might go to jail for a bit. He'll come back out, and then everyone will be like, "Philly's still funny."
It's not that because Dr. Velli suffered it.
Yeah, he's done.
He's done.
For real.
He's done.
But I feel like so many people have got away with it. Look at for how long R. Kelly was on our streets.
No, we're talking about superstardom.
Yeah. R. Kelly, Diddy, them kind of things are different echelon.
Yeah, but then Trey Songz, same thing.
Nah, to be fair, Trey Songz didn't get quite to that pinnacle.
Man was locking people in the hotel and pissing on them against their will.
Yo,
where have I been?
Do you know what I mean?
Whoa.
And people are still like,
wow.
Against the will.
Will is mad.
This is what but
I pissed against my will is infuriating. Against my will, because you know I can't fight you when you're pissing at me. Like, you know where you? Yeah. There's so many things. Yeah. Because it's not. You know you're right. But
allegedly.
If you piss at my lip or something, and I catch,
Bro,
and it's against my will. Like. You letting me know there's no option for me but to receive what you're about to do.
That's mad.
Is a madness.
That's wild.
But I can't laugh about it anymore.
I do apologize.
Cut that. Yeah, I do.
Nah,
allegedly he was doing that, and allegedly I wouldn't have it. No. On God, I wouldn't have it.
Let's move on.
Allegedly.
I think we can move on nicely.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I'll let you go next.
I've got 0 topics.
You got 0 topics?